Hi there. I'm not going to talk any bullshit this afternoon. We'll do some sound making a little bit. Ethel Spinnaker here. Beautiful lingerie. This lovely nylon. And I'm replacing this with one of these. This is a little piece of hardware that clips into its match on the spinnaker sheets and they form an interlock so one doesn't have to tie uh, a knot. Personally, these things are called brummel hooks. Personally, I find them to be annoying, but other people like them. Yeah, all right. So I don't know if anybody's going to tune in to watch me do stupid shit, but here I am. Anybody here? Nobody here. That's all right. I just got sort of longing for human company. I've got to get this done before the evening's festivities on the race course. It's one of my evil competitors. In fact, while our team is in a battle for the championship at the moment, we're leading the summer series. These guys are, I'm sorry, the season series. These guys are making a run at us. So, I am not sabotaging my competitors. That wouldn't be right, would it? I am actually trying to be of assistance. Yes, Lena. Hi, Lena. Welcome. Good to see you, as always. Yes, racing tonight. A few short hours, and I need to get this done so these folks can go racing tonight. And of course, I am hoping they will. They are always tough, but I hope to prevail over them in that battle of wits and skill known as yacht racing. I don't know why somebody, the previous owner, apparently didn't shared my view of Brummel hooks and cut the suckers off, which I think is really funny. It's like holy shit, they really. Eva. Sue. Come on, mate. Come on, man. Come on, man. The fuck? Trying to be as surgically precise as possible without surgically ripping my finger open. Yeah, I just figured, I'm sitting there doing shit and I need some company. Sometimes it's a wee bit difficult to just sort of be, where the hell's my, god damn it. Mm. suppose I could be an asshole, not bring the cell with me down to this thing. That'd probably upset him though. I don't know what the weather's gonna be tonight. I suppose it's been probably more no thunderstorms, I don't think, in the offing, which I'm tired of that crap. Gets weird. Thunderstorms, they get weird. So what happens is the rain comes and sucks all the wind away, gets crazy, blows, and then it sucks all the wind away, and it's crazy, and you can't set a course, and it's all bullshit. Stupid. So I got two corners to do. I got this one here. Holy shit. I'm ripping this thing up. Rip it apart. It's all good. Bye. Um, are the right webbing hanging around? Apparently not. I have to go get some out the room. Hey, Critical Cupcake, you're here. Going live at the same time. Yeah, mate. But I try to accommodate folk from across the pond every now and again. Um, I have I've been dealing with some insomnia. Life has not been great late. It's the troubles of the world upon my shoulders. Sometimes I feel like, which of course is a complete illusion. Nobody gives a fuck. Oh shit, this is bad. I don't want to do that. I need scissors. Scissors. So I suppose, yeah, there have been occasions where if those folk on British summertime are up early in the morning, conceivably catch me streaming at a ridiculous hour of the evening for me. Still not the brightest thing, but this is a good time, really, for the European audience. Pretty weird, that of all the things that were promised in my younger days, don't have 90 minutes from New York to Paris, undersea by rail, the old Steely Dan song. But we do have those video phones after a fashion. Reminds me of a Love and Spoonful tune. Where John B. Sebastian is contemplating the fate of his children years forward. Good. There it is. Thank goodness. Oh, that would have been a bad thing. So it's the younger generation. It always brings a smile on my face whenever I remember the lyric. One of the lyrics, and it goes sort of the chorus. So, and hey, Pa, my girlfriend's only 3. She's got her own video phone, and she's a taking LSD. And now that we're best friends, she wants to give her bib to me. What's the matter, Daddy? How come you're turning green? Can it be that you can't live up to your dreams? It's a good song, actually. And now I know that all I've learned my kid assumes, and all my deepest worries must be his cartoons. Good tune. I'm sorry, critical. I know you've been struggling. It's count myself fortunate in that regard. Touch wood, you know. I was really worried, like on 1st of September 2019, I was out getting the J24 ready to race. My friend of mine and I were going to do a double-handed race, and I just finished getting the rig tuned. I went down below to put away the tools and missed the step, stepped where there was no step, and wound up, turned around right backwards with my leg firmly planted in an anchoring position. So as luck would have it, I wound up coming down backwards in absolute agony. I heard something go pop. It was not good. But I was concerned that I'd broken my leg. My friend who was with me, I was wearing white jeans, and he had his boat rafted alongside, and he was kind of getting ready to go, and he heard the commotion, the scream, the ruckus, and he jumped aboard with a horrified look on his face. He's looking at me, and he said, "I expected to come down here and see bones sticking through flesh." I said, "Well, it's not that bad. You would have known, because yeah. Anyway." So yeah, it hurt, and it was kind of bad. And it's like, I don't know. I think I'm all right, but So we tried to go out to the race course. I was going to drive the boat, and which is easier than other things because you don't have to move quite as much as you do if you're crewing. I figured I could do it, but we did 2 tacks, and I said, I don't think I can do this because every time I stood up, things went crazy. So we took the boat into the club to the dock, and I'm testing it. It's like I'm trying to make sure nothing's busted, nothing. I didn't feel that things were busted, but boy, it hurt like a mother. And so get out of the thing, get out, put the boat away, get the boat put away. Um, Hobble up. The tide was out, which really kind of sucks because it's a long way up on the ramp, and I was able to struggle up the ramp, without leaning on the railing a bit, and got my way out. But yeah, I got back to got, got uh, dug out crutches because I figured that was going to be the article of need. Glad I did. Uh, got a whole shit ton of ice and ice the thing down over as much as possible. But it hurt like crazy. Anyway, so I sort of camped out with the crutches nearby, and the next one went to sleep. The next morning, it was like, yeah, this is bad. So I called my GP and said, "Hey, Peter, I got a problem here." Peter goes, "Oh yeah, well, I'm fixing the steps at the office. Somebody's here, but can't really see you. But the come on by. We'll take a look." And I took a look. At this PA took a look at the thing. It's like, yeah, you kind of need to have this looked at by an osteopathic surgeon, not an osteopath. That's what is it? Osteo. I forget the name specialty. Somebody who deals with bones and whatnot. Orthopedic surgeon. You need to check out some orthopedic surgeon. Okay. Got got the referral. Made an appointment. Hobbled down to Portland. Well, this is great. Old people talking about their medical conditions is always fun. Hobbled down, going the thing, and the doctor that saw me goes, "Geez, I know you from somewhere." Yeah. Oh yeah. Says, "You sail, right?" Yeah. You ever, did you ever sail with this guy on a J30 Equinox? Yeah. Yeah. say? Well, yeah, that guy's my father-in-law. I've sailed with him before. You look vaguely familiar. And while it's been a while, I look a little different nowadays. So, yeah, but you're always, I think I remember you. Stephanie, right? Yep. So the funny thing about all of that was I had sales with Ted before he transitioned. So, and this guy just didn't recall that part. But anyway, this that goes to shit. Maine is a small town. Maine is a very, very small town, and sailing as a pastime is a small town in and of itself. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, so I got out of did the stuff, figured out. Yeah, well, there's stuff going on here. Um, not sure exactly what, but you got a brace on you, and let's get an MRI. So go in. All right, leave with the brace on the crutches. Unfortunately, all of this happened really quickly. They were able to see me really, really quickly. And I know I'm in the United States, but I'm somewhat older than dirt, so I have that Medicare thing going on. And yeah, so I have the MRI. Well, it turns out what had happened was I torn my MCL. I had completely destroyed my ACL. Left me. That was gone. It's like gone, gone. Like, whip, snap, bye. And my meniscus wasn't in particularly good shape, but the meniscus part didn't really. I mean, that's basically your knees. And so I've been crawling around on my hands and knees as a sailmaker for the better part of 40 years. That was no surprise. I doubt that the knee part had anything to do with. Well, let's see. How did this thing go? It's like that. I think it's go like this. Yeah, I think it does. You don't want it going up. You want it going down like that. It's better. So like this is the 1st of September. And on my dance card for like the following weekend was for the district championship here in Portland. It's our down east regatta. I'm wearing the shirt from that regatta. How about that? Got the shirt. So, so I'm talking to this guy, and we're talking about options because he reviewed the things that, wow, that's pretty bad. Your options are here are your options. We there's the rebuild the ACL because the ACL's done. Once an ACL goes, that's the end of the rainbow. that doesn't come back. MCLs heal, ACLs do not. So once it's gone, you either rebuild the thing, or do that knee knee surgery crap, get the, repair the ACL, or um, try to work it out with physical therapy and stuff, and build up strength in the quads and to basically do the work. Because what the ACL does is stops your knee from stop your leg from cracking in the wrong direction. And it's a combination. God damn, this thing. It's a combination of muscle strength and ligaments that keep your knee under control. Build up the muscle strength sufficiently, well, you can make up for a lot of anguish in terms of there we go. I think I got it right that time. Um, in terms of keeping things under control. And it allowed us to how well, we never used to do that kind of reconstruction on people over the age of 40. Depends on what you do. What do you do? I say, well, actually, the sailing part that you remember me from, I sail for, it's my job. And I've got, well, what do you got coming up? Oh, I got this regatta next weekend. He goes, you're not going to make that. So I kind of figured that. And then, hey, bye. Hi, Colossia. Bye, Colossia. Thanks for coming by. Always appreciate you. Always appreciate your support. Um, yeah, so you're not gonna make that. Well, what else is next? What's next? The East Coast Championships. Well, when's that? It's the end of the month. Well, you're not gonna make that. Or at least it's a maybe. You might make that, but probably not. And it all depends. It depends on your progress. So, okay, fine. And then what's next? Well, the Worlds. When is that? Well, that's in November. Oh, November. You might make that. Yeah. Well, what do I got to do, Doc? So, hard work, physical therapy, which I did, and I did not want to miss the J24 Worlds in Miami because so from September through October through November, I did PT twice a week. I did exercises at home. I did everything I possibly fucking could to get the thing back, to get approval from this guy who was really a very, very good, competent guy. Great. He knew his shit. And the PT people knew their shit. They're really remarkable. You know, it's it's remarkable. God damn you! I worked my ass off and got things to the point where it's okay. Let's do that. Let's do that MRI thing again. So I'm going again. Go back for the okay. Yeah, I think you can do this. And this guy goes. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've never seen a knee that was as fucked up as yours get this much better, this quickly. So, well, I was pretty determined. So I did manage to get to Miami. Did manage to compete in the Worlds. Had a wonderful time. We came in top 10 out of 50 boats. Some of you seen that picture of the race we came in second in, and yeah, it was a great time. Had a successful event, successful regatta. Uh, I gotta think. Uh, I gotta think. I'm very lucky. I wore a brace next, and then of course there was 2020. But I wore that brace whenever sailing through 2020, the better part of 2021, and uh, I pretty much every now and again it bothers me, but not to the extent that it wants to do funny things like going the wrong direction. So you're lucky. So long-winded story. It's like, but yeah, it sucks getting old. It's like I don't know. But as I said, that kind of injury can happen to anyone at any point in time. But it does make you acutely aware of the things you can't do when your body parts don't work right. It sucks. You got it. We all live a very tenuous existence here on this planet. Well, we've got our time here. We've got to be grateful for the moments we do have where, oh, shit, fucking this up. I'm gonna fuck this up. So, fucking this up. Don't fuck it up. You may ask why I'm not using a seam ripper. The reason I'm not using a seam ripper is because it takes forever to do this with a seam ripper. It's the stitching is double stitched here, and it's on top of webbing, and it doesn't sit on top of the webbing really well. And if you try to get at it with a seam ripper, it's, uh, it's annoying. Doesn't work real well. Oh shit! Shit! Yeah, bastard. Yeah, so that's. Other tales of what? Tales of woe or tales of joy? Where are we going with? Joy, woe, bitching about people on the internet. Should we do that a little bit? Talking trash about folks. That seems to be the big major league internet sport. Let's talk trash about people. Why not? That's great. This guy over here, well, he says the stupid shit on the internet. Well, I don't like that shit. I've done my fair share of it, I guess. I think we're all guilty of that from time to time. Complaining about petty insults. The thing that drives me crazy though is that what people think are petty insults, and when carried into action, turn into an insult on the body politic quite generally. And it's like, hey, yes, you might be aware of some discussions I've had with some folks who basically say, well, you're tough, you can take it. It's like, yeah, well, that's great, but that's a hell of a way to run a fucking railroad, isn't it? It's like, yeah, you can take those slurs, you can take the slings and arrows. It's like, sure, but that doesn't mean that um, that screaming insults at people in public places and telling them to get the hell out of a public place or this public place or that public place on the basis of some bizarre perception. It's like making a big scene out of shit like that is his way to run, is a way to conduct civil society at all. I mean, excuse me just a second. I want to refresh something. Yeah. Hey, listen, everybody. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate the company. I might be just screaming out to the boys. Really, and it's people are entertained by watching flyer crap. I suppose it's better than, I don't know, what is it better? Shit. Mm. I feel a little bit foolish because I didn't look at this job before I pulled it out. It's like, oh, look, this is never seen that before. Usually what a soundmaker will do is put a ring in here and then web this little piece onto the ring. But in this case, they just web the whole goddamn thing on there. It's like, whoa, okay. That means some disassembly required before it can be assembled again. So, yeah. Is that going around about Christian apologists? Start? Nah, I don't think so. Christian apologists. Why would I go on a rant about Christian apologists? Christ, I was raised in a fucking preacher's household. No arguments. The arguments are pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. So it was yeah, last night on I forget who Aaron's co-host was on the line, but she was great. She was great. It was really on Skep Talk there. It's going. It shocked the living crap out of me because I can't recall. She didn't come out of a particularly fundamentalist regime, but whatever regime she came out of, whatever that religious regime she came out of was one in which uh, part of the part of the drill on any given Sunday was the recitation of the Apostles' Creed, which fell into my tradition. And she said something that I have said before. It's like they're probably right around similar age, like around 12-ish, 13. It's like you're saying the Apostles' Creed, you're saying, I believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth. It's like, hold it right there. And in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord. Let's see. I think the first one that got me, like, sort of not sure I'm going with that territory was the Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord. Conceived by the Holy Spirit. Now, right there, I got a little bit, don't know about that, you know? Born of the Virgin Mary. Let's see the Virgin part, kind of don't know about that either. The Virgin part specifically seems a little weird. Suffered under Pontius Pilate, crucified, dead, and buried. Now, that part, no objections. You know, it's okay. On the third day, he rose from the dead. I haven't seen that ever, you know? He ascended into heaven. See, that I just don't. And sitteth at the right hand of God the Father Almighty. From thence he shall come to judge the quick and the dead. And I always thought, yes, the quick and the dead. You got to be quick if you ain't dead, I guess. Oh, believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body. Here we go again. And the life everlasting. Well, see, there are a number of those things. And as she said, and as I agree, and I've said before she said it, before I heard her say it, but that's where I just sort of, that's how my deconstruction took place. That's like, because you got to say that and like, say you believe that. And as soon as, you sort of don't believe one thing, you kind of start thinking about, oh, I believe this other thing too. It got just like one by one, not so much. So yeah, I got out of that. Got out of that tip. Some Christian apologists, etc., and so forth. And then, well, it's metaphorical. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. Is it though, really? Not according to a lot of people. A lot of people say, well, no, all that stuff is 100% true. 100% true. And that seems to me that's one of the larger divisions in the atheist community is those folks that have reached their atheism out of a set of true believing Christians as opposed to those of us who came out of our faith from a somewhat less rigid interpretation. So I've never been one to like uh, carry on the well Christian bad because it's bullshit and I'm more live and let live kind of thing. So if you want to believe that crap, that's fine. But I don't so much care about your devotion to a religious tradition, except insofar as your religious tradition requires you to be an asshole uh, in real life. And the reason I say that mostly is because, atheists can be assholes in real life too. They can have, whether they're carrying a hangover from their religious beliefs into civil beliefs about uh, uh, people of other races, other sects, other sexual orientations, other gender uh, places, which, it's surprising to me how many do, in essence, cling to uh, a belief system that does, in the end, disenfranchise people and fuck people up in various ways. I know I'm rambling, but it's sound making and spirituality, I guess, or it's sound making and something or other. Yeah. So yeah, there's that thing. All right, this goes this way. Right, 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 right. Sure does. Should probably mark this. Yep. Hello. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Crap over. So anyway, that was good. I thought that was really good. Yeah, I hate reading the news. The news, boy. Actually, let's just talk. Let's just talk Dawkins for a sec. See that Dawkins has stepped his foot in it again. So there's a guy for some reason or another, decides that it's enough to be supportive of people like me, to, in a grudging sort of way, of course, um, call me by my right name and use my right pronouns. It's like, but don't ask me to say you're female. And why not Dick? Because biology. Okay. These ain't fake, but biology did that. Yeah, well, chromosomes. Yeah, but chromosomes did that too. They do that for anybody who's running on more estrogen than testosterone, which in my case had been the fact for since I was young, as attested to by a endocrinologist at the age of 12. Hey, we can fix that. Just give you some testosterone, fix that all up. Like, please don't. You see, there's always gender affirming treatment was always available to me as long as I chose the right gender, one other than the one I felt when I was a child. If I'd chosen the one I was assigned at birth, nothing would have been spared. Because biology, that's why. Which amounts to a bit of a value judgment, doesn't it? It's like, well, you know. Anyway, so old Dickie boy, he's just in on that tip, and it's like, oh well, back in the day, uh, prior to 1998, was uh, the IOC, International Olympic Committee, would issue a do karyotype testing, which they stopped doing in 1998 on account of the fact they actually got sued by a woman who was assigned female at birth, had AIS actually, acute or androgen insensitivity syndrome. That's what AIS is. And what the ILC was discovering that was that there were in fact circumstances under which um, people with a certificate of femininity, which is what they called it at the time, you get if you certificate of femininity. And of course, before they got into the karyotype testing, they were actually doing physical inspections to make sure you had a Gucci face. But that's somewhat humiliating because nobody ever issued a certificate of masculinity to see how long. They never did a dick measuring contest officially. So the Spanish woman, Maria's name, I can't remember off the top of my head. I have it in my collections here somewhere. So they stopped doing that. They dropped it down to testosterone. Went out. Where was I going with this bullshit? Oh yeah, I got to back on the biological thing. So the IOC reverted to doing basically testing testosterone levels. In the IOC's case, they decided, well, 10 nanomoles per liter. That's the limit. And you get something above that, then you're the guy. Well, funny thing about that is that there are a number of male Olympic athletes whose T levels are below that, but they're not assigned to the women's category. Why? I don't know. Maybe because the essential presumption when people are talking about athletic ability, as several people do, atheists, theists, everybody's a fucking expert. Um, yeah, I think that does it. Maybe there. Yeah, there. I think there. Let's try that. Yeah. So anyway, they this woman sued the IOC and got her got herself all straightened out because it's like it's rather humiliating that she had forgotten to bring with her at a she was a track athlete, so her sports federation is World Athletics, right? So she shows up at a meet in Tokyo, but she left the left her certificate of femininity in her sock drawer or something along those lines. And so they did the karyotype test, and in front of her teammates, step this way, sir. Well, not exactly, but you get the idea. But basically said, we have a problem. He said, yeah, but I have a certificate. Yeah, good for you. Oh, well, that means, I guess, if I don't have this piece of paper. That's reminds me of the Rolling Stones. You can't be a man because he doesn't smoke the same cigarettes as me. Well, how to prove it? Whip out your Pall Malls. Okay, sewing machine. Going to the sewing machine. All right, here we go. Sewing machine, sewing machine. But I don't know. Does that work? I don't know. Oh no, that won't work. Got to do something better. Yeah. So in front of her teammates, she gets called out for not being authentically female. Are you authentically female, or you pretend female? Are you biologically female, or you like what the fuck? Anyway, yeah. So they quit doing that. It's stupid. But well, it's all going back to that at this point in time, which sucks. And the funny thing about most of this stuff is that in the real world, I mean, I actually am registered with world sailing as a professional sailor, and started transition in 1908. Now, the problem with my Sports Federation, my U.S. Governing body. I am still official. Everyone's had a problem. You know, even recently, the early times, it's like the early transition stuff is always hard because people had known you in the past, so on and so forth. Early going, so it was, but after like, fuck me, I just busted a needle. But after a while, it's like, I've been asked to sail with his names, big deal. And in sport sailing, actually, tend to women are equally challenged by the game because part it's a equipment dependent sport. Let's see. I need 19. I guess, but it's never been a big deal. And now apparently it's a big deal for so many people. It's just Jesus Christ, folks. Well, anyway. So it's really not, to me, it's not a matter of courtesy. It's a matter of equity. Those who haven't met him wrote I guess Dawkins interviewed Helen Joyce. His YouTube channel, Helen Joyce's. It's a very gender critical person. And the problem is for even people with a liberal bent, start carrying water for what are essentially right wing talking points. You wind up in a situation where you're saying things like, well, I respect trans people's right to live their lives, but don't tell me that they're deserving of full humanity. Essentially, it's kind of the way the whole thing winds up going. It's not helpful. I see that a lot with well, I'll go that far, but no further. But in reality, there's still that element These people are imposters. They deserve to be considered, no matter what, to be authentic. And that's hurtful. Come on now. There we go. So I don't know. Just wonder how you guys feel about that. I mean, sort of running on its mouth a little bit. You know what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just throw this. I'm gonna invite anybody who wants to come in here and join me. I'm gonna just do a copy. Yeah, Castor Semenya. It's Castor is Castor did win. I guess it was. Oops. 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 Wait. Copy. All right. I just threw a link in there if anybody shows up. I'll let them in. Forgive me if I don't notice you right away. That's what it is. She, it's covered in the news that she's intersex. Well, here's the thing. She may well be. She herself does not take that label for herself. And I guess that's all right. I think, not, don't want to speak. I think that's because one is born, raised, lived within the gender assigned at birth, and still that gender is uh, on the basis of others' what that means you are. I mean, she is one of those people who uh, her sport recognized her as female until they didn't. Just sort of just it's like its forms get opened all the time, and you know the, uh, the fact that um, that in all of the years from 2004 when the as regards the only requirement was testosterone levels and that kind of thing to participate in the female category. That in all shit, God damn. Love to the corners. Should have done this on the big. all the time from 2004 to 2020. Oh, second 22. Use 22 needle. I'm trying to use the 19. That's crazy. That's just garbage. A lot of time. Only trans female athlete qualified to participate for a national team in the Olympics. It's Laurel Hubbard. She was very, very far from the podium in her in competition. So, like in 16 years of Olympic competition, that's why it's a critical thing. It's like, and God forbid, had won anything, everybody. That's the thing. I think most people would agree one doesn't enter a competition to lose. At least that's not the idea. Being back, hey, I want to go to the Olympics. Train, spend money, train. That on top of the fact that nobody ever transitions in order to win a pickle dish. Winning, real winning, is being able to be. Don't they realize they're losing? I felt I was losing. Why? Why people are so fucking obsessed with it. I never had to bother talking about it until it became the subject du jour. Okay, try this again. Try it again. Careful this time, you silly girl. The key thing is so close enough to the metal that the thing is locked in. Nothing close. Blow up. One clue done. All right, enough of that tip. I gotta think of something else to talk about. I don't know. Anybody out there still? I don't know. Am I talking to those? What do you want to? What do you want to talk about? What should I? What should I rail on about? Got any questions? I can talk about it. Talk about some stuff. Talk about. Talk about religion. Give me that old time religion. Give me that old time. That's true. Do anything stupid. And all right, look at that. Done. There we are, dear friends. Drummer hook include. Two clues. And I guess that does it. So, I guess. Bye. I'm going to pack this up, get myself ready to go. And it was great having all you guys. Mark, great to see you. AR, still here. Anybody still here? Critical, absolutely wonderful to see you. And you're right. There's a way to do most things, even when you're incapacitated. You just need to be creative. That's right. Use your creativity, folks. Be out here and spread the love. Everybody be good. I will see you around the bay. Maybe I'll try to get a water shot in some one of these fine days. But I just absolutely adore you people and really, really appreciate all of your support. If you want to pitch in a little bit, help me enjoy my twilight years. There are links in the chat to buy me a coffee or and all my other social links. But I do so much appreciate all you guys, and talk to you later. Bye.